baking now for decades, James and his family teach younger people to make bread in their North London shop. But he says jobs have changed since he first arrived here in the 60s.
I came here on a Thursday and next day I went out and I had a job for Monday because there were many, many vacancies. There were 6, 7 jobs for every person.
And it's not like that anymore?
No. A lot of the businesses incur a lot of costs because of rising fuel or whatever and are unable to hire young people.
The end of the entry-level Saturday job is one reason pinpointed by the former Labour Cabinet Minister Alan Milburn for rising levels of so-called NEETs, young people not in education, employment or training.
For far too long in our country, the NEET crisis has been swept under the carpet. Not any longer. This review exists because today Britain faces a genuine generational fault line. We do not just have a chronic problem. It is getting worse, not getting better, and we have neither a system or a plan to deal with it.
This on the day the number of NEETs crossed 1 million for the first time since 2013. The report warns of a further 250,000 within 5 years. Educational failures, the setup of welfare and healthcare are also blamed for failing to adapt to the more complex needs of young people today. But is the Starmer government making things worse, given tax rises and minimum wage hikes were flagged as barriers to taking on new staff?
This is a long-standing, long-term problem. It's been going on for many years. It's complicated and complex, as Alan Milburn makes clear. There's no single thing that you can say that's the reason. So obviously we will now work with Alan on what more needs to be done.
In Nottingham, there was little optimism about the future.
I don't have like a specific job that I want, but I would do like any work, any kind of work.
It's extremely hard to find a job nowadays, especially like finding a secure one where it's actually like stable and you're going to be like working there for a while.
It's strongly difficult for young people, I think, especially around 18 to 21, and obviously it's not only a Nottingham thing, but it's national.
A situation that won't be turned around quickly. Alan Milburn says he's been talking to all parties to try and get buy-in from across Westminster, but with some political leaders prioritising benefit cuts and others talking more about employment and health support, getting consensus could be tough, especially in these unstable political times. Recommendations will come in the autumn, a tilt in focus from the old to the young possibly on the cards. You know, do politicians basically need to be braver and say, no, we're going to review pensioner welfare and we're going to have our own version of the triple lock, equivalent in scope anyway, for young people?
Well, all I'd say at this stage is, look, it's very striking that there's a triple lock for old people, but there's no equivalent for younger people. We have got to make this a priority for action. And that is what I'm urging of employers, as much as I'm urging of government ministers. This is not just going to be solved by public policy. This is going to have to be solved on the demand side, the employers who employ young people, as well as on the supply side.
Back in North London, James says he worries for the future.
When people like me and my age are gone, there's actually nobody left to pick up the flag and carry on, you know. They're letting it go, and it's a shame.
The consequence is now clear. Decisions today carrying the weight of futures to come. Rob Powell, Sky News in North London.